A buyer asked me recently, Scholle or Liquibox, which should they go with? It's the question I've answered for most of my career. This time I stopped him because the question itself is out of date. Here's what almost nobody buying bag-in-box realizes. The two names on the bag are not independent companies anymore. They are both arms of a much bigger organization, and the people setting the priorities for your account now sit a long way from your factory. Let me show you what happened. Let's start with Scholle. Scholle IPN invented bag-in-box. In 2022, it was acquired by SIG or SIG for roughly $1.05 billion in euros. SIG is a Swiss aseptic carton company founded back in 1853 and is publicly traded. So Scholle is now a division inside a global packaging conglomerate that answers to shareholders every quarter. The fitments and the films you know are still there, but the company setting the strategy is not the one you started buying from before. Now on the other side, you've got Liquibox. This one moved twice. First, Sealed Air, the company behind Cryovac and Bubble Wrap, bought Liquibox in a deal worth about $1.15 billion US in 2023. Then it moved again. This past April in 2026, Sealed Air itself was taken private by the investment firm CD&R in a deal worth more than $10 billion, and its stock came off the New York Stock Exchange. So follow the chain. Liquibox sits inside Sealed Air, and Sealed Air now sits inside a private equity firm. The Liquibox side of your comparison is two ownership layers removed from the name on the bag. Now you might be thinking, so what? This is a corporate trivia. No, it's not. A packaging decision that was never only about the package. It's about who picks up the phone when the seal fails or a fitment fails, how fast your order ships when a bigger account wants the same line, and whether your mid-market volume even registers with the people setting new strategy. Ownership sets all of this. A global packaging company runs on quarterly earnings and worldwide portfolio. Private equity-owned business runs on cash and cost efficiency, often while carrying a lot of debt. Neither of those mandates is written at the desk of anyone who has ever walked through your factory door. That's not me being cynical, it's just how these structures are built to work. Let me be fair, because the honest version is the only one worth your time. None of this means your bags or bag-in-box gets worse. The films, the fitments, the dispensers are on both sides still work strong. Judge the product on its merits. The thing that changed is not the packaging. It's the org chart, the priorities, and the service posture above the product. So what do you do with this? Don't panic and rip out the supplier on this news. The move is to negotiate from facts instead of a brand name. Ask who owns the company you buy from and what their priorities are this year. Ask where your volume ranks inside that book. Ask what your lead time looks like when a bigger account needs the same capacity. And build a real second source before you even need one. So a stumble is a phone call, not a crisis. The deal you never made does not show up on your P&L. Neither does a leverage you never used. This is exactly the kind of thing the manufacturers will never tell you because they can't. A supplier cannot be the one to explain when its competitor is better fit than them and what its own ownership change means to your service. That gap is why I'm building an independent guide to specialized packaging. I put the full breakdown with the ownership map and every source on the marketplace. Link is in the full description. If you buy a bag-in-box, it's worth 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, and as always, this is part of a continued playlist regarding packaging, packaging products, and the packaging industry. And again, if this can help anybody, please forward it along. Thanks.